Great Scott. Great Scott. Great Scott.
Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Great Scott. I'm Scotty V. Thanks for watching. Supergirl will be returning in just about a month, and I know a lot of people were not as enthusiastic about Season 2 as they were about Season 1. There were issues from the beginning in terms of a lot of people complaining that they continuously had to point out that Supergirl was her own character, that it was a strong feminine show, that Superman wasn't needed in her life for her to feel powerful, and we understood all of that. And a great female role model, a strong hero, a female-driven show is something that we haven't often seen through the history of television. Sometimes we get it. We had Wonder Woman, I guess, back in the 70s. And people have been talking about that for a long time. And then, you occasionally have a show with a superhero that has a girl on it or has a girl co-star. Normally, the Alex character is the co-star and the superhero's a male, but in this case we finally got a really strong female character, female-led show, lots of strong females on the show, and the fact that it's Supergirl for we super family fans was a great thing to have. And I have two daughters, and I'm happy that there's a great female superhero on TV, a great role model, a person who always strives to do the right thing that they can watch each week. Speaking of family time, it's been announced that for the four-way crossover that will be happening in November, the Danvers sisters will be central to the story. Both Kara and Alex will be featured on the show. The showrunners say that they are integral and they are center to the story. This is good for us, again, because last year when they had the crossover, it was my feeling and a lot of other fans' feelings that Kara was barely there. Is it Kara? Is it Kara? For me, it's always Kara, but I gotta remember in my mind that they say Kara. Last year, neither of those characters really had. I don't think Alex was on at all, if I remember correctly. And Kara became someone they were going to battle at one point, which is completely nonsensical, because if Kara was going to battle them, they would probably all just be fried dust. Although we did see in the same year that a man dressed in a rubber bat suit can also take on a pseudo-god in Superman and get pretty close to killing him. So maybe it's not that far-fetched after all. But the good news is, from what they're saying, and I'll believe it when I see it, both Supergirl and her sister Alex, or Earth sister Alex, will be central to the story, pivotal in the story, and very important, which, as I said, the Supergirl episode of the crossover last year barely existed. It was a whole episode about something else, and then Cisco came through at the end, and that was the start of the crossover. And then throughout the crossover, Kara was there, but she wasn't even integral to finishing the bad guys or helping end it. They used Firestorm, who arguably is the strongest member of the Legends of Tomorrow team, and quite possibly, if used correctly, be the most powerful member of all the superhero shows, other than possibly Supergirl, with his transmutation powers, his ability to fly, his ability to launch fireballs. There really isn't anybody on any of the teams that could stand up to him either, other than Supergirl, but he was the one who kind of ended the whole threat last time. So, I don't know that Kara and or her sister are going to be the ones that end the threat this time, but I am heartened by the idea that I've been told now, we've been told, that they will be integral to the story, which I think many fans felt they weren't, and it was disappointing last time. I watch all the shows, many other fans do as well, but anytime a Superman, just like it appears might be happening with Justice League, or a Supergirl is left out of defeating a very powerful foe, and the reason they do it is because they want the other heroes to be able to stand on their own. The same thing that was an integral theme of Supergirl Season 1, the idea that she didn't need any man behind her, she didn't need any Superman behind her specifically, in order for her to prove that she was a strong hero and stand on her own. Now, this is a 4-show crossover, so obviously she's not going to be standing on her own, and you wouldn't want that. You want to see all the characters interact. That's what's exciting about crossovers in both comics, and now that we have this dream come true on television, where we can see all our favorite DC characters together, fighting alongside one another. So you want to see that, but I think as Super Family fans, we also like the idea that we're going to see Supergirl be a very important part of the story, and hopefully a very important part of figuring out how to win and actually accomplishing that win. I'm looking forward to it in November, but as for now, I guess around October 9th, which is just about a month from now, we will be seeing the season premiere of Supergirl Season 3. I think it did lose a step when it moved to the CW. Didn't lose it in the areas people thought. The effects are still good. Actually very good. Just as good as they were on ABC, I think. But it lost it kind of in story, but we'll see how it goes. They're saying they're going to get back to what worked in Season 1. So let's all cross our fingers and hope that crossover is good when we cross over into fall as the TV season begins. Thanks everybody for watching, and remember, always look up in the sky. Or don't if you don't want to. I don't care if you feel. I said boom, said boom, said boom, said boom.